Hi everyone, my name's Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen. And today, I'm watching Mars Attacks! It's weird to me that I haven't seen this before. It's like a B-movie, sci-fi, Tim Burton, in like Tim Burton's earlier days, which is exciting and cool. I don't know why the heck I haven't seen this, but that's coming from the girl who had never seen Godfather. Still hasn't seen Citizen Kane, so sure, Mars Attacks was low on the list, sure. I'm a very casual, angsty, young Natalie Portman. Angst. Mars Attacks. He protect. He attack. But most importantly, he attack because it's Mars Attacks. It doesn't really work in that situation. I do love that meme format though. All right, let's see what Natalie's got in Mars Attacks. Bum, bum, bum. Na, 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 na. Hi, I'm the Martian Temptress. Tempting, no? She protect, she attack, but most importantly, she a snack. There we go. I think everyone, by clicking on this, probably knew that this was gonna happen, especially since I'm gonna use this as the thumbnail, but regardless, we knew I was gonna make the beehive look. We just didn't know I was gonna do it so poorly. Dog meat, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, dog meat. Help me. He's fine. He's okay. Well, maybe he's not okay. Okay, let's get into this movie. What the hell was that? I loved certain aspects of this film. Didn't dig it. All of it, overall, I think is a lot better on paper than it is. It's better in theory. Didn't quite get there in the weirdness. There's some definite cool, weird moments that are hilarious and super entertaining. The cast is packed, and overall, it's a fun movie for sure. But it was definitely like, just like right under where they were trying to aim towards, I think. Wow, hair, bobby pins just flying everywhere like saucers. There's a lot of people in this movie though. Not only is the Joker and Cruella de Vil and Padme in it, there's also Sex and the City and Marty McFly, Tenacious D, It's Always Short in Philadelphia, Funny Canadian, James Bond. I've decided to kind of lean into not knowing anyone's names. I think it's gonna work out better this way. I like the idea of the movie taking just a bunch of different stories and we're seeing just like a bunch of different, like, not vignettes, but a bunch of different people's stories. It's kind of like that Christmas love one. It's about love, it's about Christmas, all of the Christmas time. What is it called? It's kind of that idea, but with terrible, terrible, terrible looking aliens. And I imagine they got the cast by Tim Burton being like, I'm gonna make a shitty sci-fi B-movie. Who's in? And everyone was like, wow, me, that sounds like a blast. I bet working on this was such a fun experience, especially with all of the names, the big name actors, and a ton of people that I know but like really don't know. I was just kind of making fun of me not knowing people's names, but those are the ones I actually do know. The sound is really odd in the movie. It's really, really low in dialogue moments and then super high in any other action sequence. And so I was just like pushing down and up on my volume a million times. I also am fully aware that that's a problem that I have in this series and I have had since the start. So I apologize really bad. But here we are! The aliens appear, and we get this amazing, beautiful ruby sequined robe, and I need that in my life, so good for the aliens. They look terrible, which is the joke, I'm pretty sure. It seems pretty tongue-in-cheek. It seems like everyone is just making fun of themselves and the movie, and you're supposed to laugh with them and at them. I don't know. For some, it didn't really just like get there completely for me, but I did have fun, and I do acknowledge what they were doing, and I think it did work in some instances, but some of it was too wacky, and some of it just wasn't wacky enough. The alien language is a part that I think was pretty funny. It's all they say is "ack." They just yell "ack" a bunch. It's like that one Sunday morning cartoon. Stellar description, Tamara. Thanks, Tamara. I love the random dove guy. That kind of silliness is great. The aliens are like, yeah, man, we come in peace. And he's like, wow, they came in peace. And then he throws a dove out. Then the aliens shoot the dove and the guy, which is pretty confusing since what they just said. That's fun. I like the silliness of the aliens always saying that they come in peace and that they're going to make a deal with them, and that they're like, all right, we're done shooting people. And then they never are, and they're never in peace. And everyone just keeps believing them. It's hilarious. The amount of times it happens is super funny. In the Godzilla Tamara Just Saw episode from a few weeks back, I said that CGI never really upsets me. If I see bad CGI, I'm usually like in it to win it, like I'm okay, but there is some shitty CGI in this. And also, it's 96, so CGI wasn't amazing, but it has to be intentional, right? Right. I wrote, wow, the poppy head on Sarah Jessica Parker's body is horrifying, and vice versa. And like, there's a scene where she's in the dog body in her head, and she's talking to, what's his name, James Bond, and it's just his head, and they're like falling. It's just very weird, and it was, I don't know what it was. I don't know what the mix of it that just didn't work for me was. Were they playing it too serious, or were they not playing it seriously enough? I don't know, but there's something off about the movie, but overall, I liked it. I want the people to know that they still have 2 out of 3 branches of government working for them, and that ain't bad. Jack Nicholson, I think, for me, is the best part of this movie. He plays 2 different characters. I loved him in this. There are definitely some, I think that he's like a beloved treasure and everyone loves him, but there's a few roles that he plays that I just don't really believe. Maybe it's just that he's kind of, I don't know, he's not my cup of tea sometimes. Sometimes I love him as the Joker, but like, there's some definite weirdnesses that I find in some of his performances, and I loved him in this. He was great as the president, super funny, and that other skeezy casino owner, great. It gets to the point where there's a full-on invasion, and we see the first lady die, and the chandelier falls on her, and that's funny because it's clearly a fake body, and it just kind of like topples over, and then it's so silly and fun. But at this point, I'm like, I don't need a resolution. Like, I don't need an ending where this all like magically works out. So I was concerned about the ending. So just like, just let him take over and just kind of like end it there. Because what kind of ending do we need for this? Not really anything serious, you know? But don't worry, Tamara from the past, it's not serious. Any of the scenes with Tom Jones were just so good. But the first introduction of him singing on the stage and running away and piloting this plane, just great. So the one set of characters that I cared the most about didn't get the Byron Williams whole story plot. They didn't get the resolution that I wanted. Like, they didn't get the reunion. Like, they were the best characters and like the best developed characters, which again, whatever. I'm asking for too much, I think, in character development in Mars Attacks, but they were the best, I think, developed, and we didn't get their reunion at the end. And they toyed it, like he was right there. Just show them hugging or something. Why did we not get that reunion? Him boxing a CGI alien, though, is pretty great. They destroy the aliens with a very cheesy song. Fair. Love it. That was actually what it needed. That was well done. Weird end overall. Just like what a chaotic thing this whole movie was. But the ending shot with Tom Jones singing with CGI animals, again, pretty great. There were a ton of really fun moments in this. But overall, it just, I think was just better in theory. And like some really good things came out of it, and I did have a fun time watching it, but I just spent a lot of it questioning either what was happening or was like, why isn't more happening? Just back and forth a ton. It'll be fun, but nothing really special, and it'll leave your head pretty quickly after. Yeah, I'm glad I watched it. It was enjoyable, but that's kind of it. There wasn't anything special to it, for sure. You'll enjoy the quirky bits, but overall, as a movie, it's kind of a mess. That's exactly it. That's totally what it is. Okay, so everyone agrees. Oh my god, she's in this? Yes. So many people. When Jack Black showed up, God, I love that man. Tim Burton at his best weirdness. I do think it missed some marks, some of what they were trying to accomplish in the weirdness factor, but I do think that it is probably at Tim Burton's best weirdness. As far as like really, really weird projects go, I liked this more than I liked like the weirdness of Alice in Wonderland. You'll find it fun, but all the cameos seem unnecessary. I don't know, I liked the cameos. That brought in more of like a tongue-in-cheek feel to me for some reason. It kind of felt like everyone was just making fun of it together, which is fun. You will adore young Jack Black. He can get it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week.